This anime doesn't scream. It whispers. If you like horror that slowly creeps into your head instead of just jumping at you, then Shiki is one you should absolutely not ignore. Today, I'm going to explain why this anime is so deeply unsettling, and don't worry, there are no spoilers here. We're just diving into the feeling it leaves behind. Shiki takes place in a small, isolated village called Sotoba. It's the kind of place where everybody knows everybody else, their business, their history. It's a town where nothing exciting ever really happens. Until, one by one, people start dying. Not loudly, not dramatically, just quietly. One day they're fine, the next they're gone. And that's where the real fear begins. It starts as a quiet unease, a feeling that something is fundamentally wrong in this peaceful little town. What makes Shiki so terrifying is how realistically everyone reacts to the growing crisis. There are no heroes immediately rushing in to save the day. There are no instant, easy answers. Instead, what you get is pure, raw, human response. You see denial, as people refuse to believe something sinister is happening. You see the deep-seated fear as the death toll rises. You watch as rumors spread like wildfire, turning neighbor against neighbor. People start blaming each other, looking for a scapegoat, for anyone to point the finger at. The anime masterfully shows how panic and paranoia can corrode a community long before people even understand the true nature of the threat. And watching that social fabric unravel is uncomfortable, in the absolute best way a horror story can be. But the scariest part of Shiki isn't the central mystery of what's causing the deaths. The real horror, the thing that will stick with you, is the moral questions it forces you to confront. As the story progresses, the lines between right and wrong become incredibly blurry. Who are the real monsters here? What happens when survival forces good people to do terrible things, to cross lines they never thought they would? The anime never gives you a simple answer. It never tells you who to root for or what to think. It just presents the situation and lets you sit with the uncomfortable consequences of everyone's choices. And that moral ambiguity, that decision it forces upon you, is what truly sticks with you long after you've finished watching. The atmosphere and pacing are key to what makes this show so effective. Shiki is slow, and it's slow on purpose. It uses long, drawn-out silences. It shows you empty streets that feel heavy with dread. The nighttime scenes are particularly oppressive, filled with a sense of isolation and vulnerability. The pacing builds tension like a rope being pulled tighter and tighter. It's so gradual that you might not even notice it at first. But by the time things finally escalate, you realize you've been on edge for a very long time. That is psychological horror done right. It doesn't rely on cheap tricks, it builds a genuine sense of dread that seeps into your bones. So, who should watch this anime? You should definitely watch Shiki if you enjoy psychological horror, dark moral stories, and slow burn tension. If you're looking for an anime that makes you think deeply and question everything, this is for you. However, you should probably skip it if you're looking for fast-paced action, constant excitement, or a story with easy, clear-cut answers. This anime demands patience, but it rewards that patience with an experience you won't soon forget. Ultimately, Shiki isn't scary because of what happens on screen. It's scary because of what people become when they're pushed to their absolute limits. If you've seen it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's a story about the darkness that lies not in monsters, but within humanity itself. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to like the video for more deep dives into horror anime. Comment below if you'd like a part 2 where we get into the spoilers. And be sure to follow for more recommendations on anime that lingers long after the screen goes dark. Thanks for watching.